Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CrestVahllen D&D. This is Burnt Ends, episode 1! Yeah! Woo! Okay, so we're going to be talking about what happened in the past episodes from episode 14 to 16. We're just chilling out. We're just going to shoot the shit. Yeah, so that was fucking nuts.
When is it not?
The whole... the archaeology dig. Okay, so...
so good at the beginning, and then just
more
kept going.
dragons.
Woo!
Red dragon? Red dragon.
Possibly.
Red dragon.
Don't know.
Well, fire.
A fire dragon.
Fire dragon.
A fire dragon.
A fire dragon. So the piece of the bones were pulled off
But,
by the enemy.
I mean, to a certain extent, that also proves that the bones themselves
have the magical power.
have the magical power in them.
Yeah, whether it be the bones or just any part of
Right.
I mean, if we're talking, because we can get meta here. If we're talking like out of game, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that dragons are inherently magical.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every part of their constituent form has magic.
Yep.
So whether it be their leftover fossil remains of bones or whatever, yeah.
So the one we found in the Fothed ruins
Perhaps
that
a
could
different
teleport,
type of- yeah.
right?
Like
Like,
it was a different sort of type of magic that was associated.
right. That dragon had to have like spatial magic
Possibly
as part of it. Like,
I did
I'll also do my best not to do spoilers.
Yeah,
at the same
no.
time. This is an opportunity for you guys. To,
this is-
to pump me for information.
these are logical leaps that like my character is making.
For
right?
sure, yeah.
Like,
I did like how you pieced together that it was, all
Yeah.
along the line. Like, that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
that
feel
was
like,
because
really
the
interesting.
Where all the
the
dragon
mountain range
pieces
sort of makes a curve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a curve in the opposite direction, but
Yes. But like where we found a skeleton, now we're inside the range, and then Cole found a skeleton at the north end of the piece.
I don't know if I found a skeleton. I just found a scale.
a scale
Yeah, scale.
remains,
The fact that you
right?
found a scale means that
So
yeah,
does,
there's
does
something
that mean
around
more
there, yeah.
alive?
Yeah.
my question now, does that mean that this range was created like on the burial mounds of fallen dragons?
Yeah, it's
right. Yeah.
Like
Ooh, fun thought.
That
Oh,
that
So, like, it was
that
the
was
The lava and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
especially with
that was the piece that I sort of
sacrifice
like, started
going
to think
into
about.
the lava last time. That's where my mind went was, what if this mountain range is the result of whatever sacrifice the primordials made? And we kind of talked about
Yeah.
it, but
Her
Yeah.
the
With
the
Willow's book,
paleontologist like piece of this isn't a fault line, right? These
Yeah.
mountains
Right.
are like legitimately built up over like by something or over something or
Well,
I kind
and
of
then
see
the
it like the
lava.
lava flow, like
Yeah.
the blood of the mountain coming through and kind of producing, in a way,
yep.
building on itself to create a mountain.
but yeah.
But
But
that's
also
not,
like
it's all a guess.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
don't know.
We don't know.
and it's like what I was thinking about
by the time
was
we'll
like
know, it'll be too late.
what I was thinking about was
We'll
that
be
like
fighting something.
abnormal amount of tremors.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause, like,
why now?
Why are there
Is it because of our roles, or is it something that was
I
planned?
mean, like, I don't, like, maybe, but I do think that, like, if,
The host
It was
is the
all-
source of all evil in my world. So I swear, it's the host.
Like-
I have to
but
remind you constantly, he's not the only bad person in the world.
No.
but it does
He's
beg
only
the
bad person
question,
in my world.
why is,
You know,
his
that's
mom,
scary
if, like, not that they're necessarily linked, but his mom is very interested in this dig.
Right.
Something about dragons.
Well, she's interested in
for us.
But
no,
Well,
she's
interesting
interested in
things.
all like
Because
digs.
she has Log's mom locked up as a shapeshifter.
That's sort of like that's just
But-
culture
But
thing.
that also shows that, hey, they are very interested in collecting
Yes.
interesting magical beings or
Right.
creatures or things.
They
Yes.
fund a lot of digs. It's not just this.
yeah,
dig
no, I know,
specifically.
but, like, that they
Maybe-
would
Well, yeah,
create...
specifically, Lady Masha was the one that put down all of the money for
Right.
the entire.
I know,
College
but
of the
also...
Unearthed.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
But to
means
the point-
Cameron was being paid by Lady Masha.
Could be. Yes.
I'm just
So-
going to point this out to you.
Well, that's the
DM.
thing. Tamara doesn't get a stipend yet. I mean, actually, well, he has a couple times, but yeah, indirectly, his boss is Lady Masha.
no.
But,
I
like-
mean, not officially, but yeah.
So, DM, welcome to some of the talks we have in the server here.
Oh,
man.
These
These
are
are actual
player
conversations
roles.
we have. Like, we
Right,
we
exactly.
really
He
do
just
this
wants
all the
insight.
time.
basking in the warmth of this. I love, guys, to be able to create something where you guys have intellectual conversations.
Our imaginations just
of,
like
of a world
yeah.
that I created, guys,
What about
it
this? What
warms my
Oh, yeah, no, there are
it warms my
times
heart.
all the time where we talk about, what is he doing to us? Like, the amount of like deep thought we've had about plans inside of plans inside of plans that you're doing to us is huge out there.
It goes deep.
That's why I was all
The
like, I'm sitting here
paranoia-
watching
the
this and I'm
paranoia
like,
is real.
So-
we're letting
Nice.
TJ in on the secrets, guys.
The rivers run deep, my friends.
Yeah.
But are you saying like maybe that Lady Masha's like funding everything, like all digs, no matter what, possibly to find dragons and stuff?
Like maybe.
Just maybe,
And
because
also
there might be-
like she's really interested in this dig. Like
I'm gonna say plans
obviously
within
because she
plans.
wants to.
She's possibly trying to find something that helps her son with his goals.
Well,
too.
we were told
Right.
that he's doing his family's bidding from your.
From my master, he
That's
was,
true.
but
And-
we don't know if that's the public image and the private
But
image is
now-
what we deal with, or
But we think about it now. If she's so built into one of the colleges, then your master would probably know more about Lady Masha than most people would.
You also
That's
have to think
true.
about, I mean, the geographical location between Thule and Sarnra.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
that
This
far.
is-
I mean, obviously they're like 100 miles away from each other.
Yeah,
but
we're-
as far as
we're just past the edge of the lake where
Yeah,
like
they're in like the
very-
same region. So having somebody that close that has that much power,
If the elves were going to try and get their hooks into a major world power some way, that would be the easiest way to do it.
There's a reason that I'm more willing to write stuff about the Dwarven Empire than necessarily the elves right now.
and there's also the other thing about how, I mean, the peoples that anybody that's involved in this kind of thing, whether it be Lady Masha or the archaeologists, it doesn't really matter what it is that they're specifically searching for, because from what I remember, you guys were specifically saying, is Lady Masha trying to help her son? Is Lady Masha trying to do this? Is Lady Masha trying to do this? Are the Ehrenbachs as a powerful family trying to accomplish certain things like that? You don't know a whole lot about that because there are so many moving parts when it comes to political powers and how like plans within plans that all it takes is funding this here, putting that there to eventually get to certain goals. I mean, guys, this is statecraft. This is statecraft at its finest.
Absolutely.
100 tiny little tipping points
Yeah.
adds up to a big fucking level.
Well, and
But
that's
hard to
kind of
track.
what
Yeah.
Cole was lecturing Bagra about there for a minute. Like, I told you there was political intrigue going on. Why are
She's
you
entirely
involving
ignorant
us?
with that
Oh,
shit,
I know, but that's
unfortunately,
kind
yeah.
of like what
Yeah.
Cole was trying to wake her up to is this is political
This is
intrigue.
a lot bigger than just
Yeah,
Yes,
and you
your
kind of forced her into a
sponsorship.
point of forced awareness because
Yeah.
she was a little bit willfully ignorant of it because she didn't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
She was willfully
our
trying to
mind.
be ignorant
That's
of
why
it.
I was thinking our mind. Like
She,
even if it's not
I'm sorry, what?
campaign 3.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So she's like willfully ignorant of it on purpose. But yeah, you kind of forced a realization. You're like, you get fucking woke.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do, you're
Even
you're
if it's
causing
not
some
direct,
sort of
like there's a very good
thing.
chance
It
that
just
it's
seems
just
weird that she
more
was so
of this.
oblivious
Yeah.
yet was a whistleblower already.
Right.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, that's the thing.
To
Well,
us,
no, that's what he's saying.
She's told to,
Willfully ignorant.
she does her job. She does it really, really well, and then she's does what she's told to do.
to us, she kind of made it seem like she wasn't sponsored yet. But then the first thing she does is
Right.
run to the sponsor.
She just
Which
never-
could have been her ingratiating
Sure,
herself.
she could have been like immediately, "Oh, I found something big.
Oh yeah,
So-
check
Can
out
I-
this information I just
Can I
found.
get some money from
So,
you?"
I'm sorry to clear that up because I realized that was a point of contention in the campaign. Is that she is technically the sponsor because she put a lot, if not all, of the money towards funding and creating the College of the Unearthed.
Right.
And therefore, she's kind of like the de facto yet not official president of the Unearthed. Pendleton Beauville kind of is,
Gotcha.
but he also wears like 6 different hats, so he's like, help.
Her plaque's
having
on the
said
wall
that-
because she donates all of the money.
Right. So
Right.
Bagra is looking for individual, hey, fund my dig.
Yeah.
Fund my excavations. I know you're already in charge.
have this
Anything,
huge breakthrough.
I want a grant from you.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like appealing to the government for a grant kind
Yeah.
of thing. So she's
Yeah.
doing her best to ingratiate herself. To
And that makes sense.
She's more like an academic researcher, whereas
Exactly.
I'm more like an author where I write the story and then I will get money back if it sells
You're looking
well.
for a publisher and then somebody who's going to copyright and then like an agent to sell it
exactly.
and then make a shit ton of money that way, or not necessarily make a ton of money, but just to go down in the lore books too. As the scribe who told the story of blah 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 the great, that whole thing.
Depending on how the cult of Poopty is going, I know I have a great person to sell to.
At the very least, a novel.
I'll just make sure I put more Poopty in the story for
Yeah,
the
you
one
gotta-
myself
you
to
gotta
her,
do
you
Throw a
know?
little more
Poopty.
poopty.
And the great Poopty guided us to the city of Carradine.
I'm sorry you weren't there for that.
I'm so sad.
It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I love
no.
it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in the third campaign. The other campaign, what was it that you guys were talking about? What, the eye or something?
No, the glamping site that we found.
Oh.
I'm like 90% sure that that's just like another branch of this same conspiracy. We found a very fancy camping site.
We run another campaign that we do that we're not going to stream. It's just a private one that we do to give back to the community.
That whoever
Adam
was
and
there
Dave are
just happened to forget like a brand new map of our region. Just like
Oh, it's this map,
It
right?
was, it was nothing
The
to do
Shailene
with the fact
Crater
that
right
TJ got a new map and wanted.
I mean, it was like they laid out a rug and they had like
Yeah,
this very nice
it's-
camping site, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh my god,
I'm
that's
with you there because it's not like the host has ever guided us anywhere before.
right. So I like my character doesn't know anything about that, but like me, Adam, as soon as he started like describing the whole situation, I was like, oh my fucking god.
I did not pick up on that.
You didn't?
I don't know. I haven't like.
He's
I have
sat
not.
through less of the host
Yeah,
plans
Yeah,
though,
sure.
I
so
haven't
far,
really
too.
been through much of the host except for like seeing him,
Yeah.
start the apocalypse or
Yeah.
whatever.
But
Right,
there's
something,
also like
yeah.
like this mine that we found where the campsite is like right in the foreman's office at the entrance. Like this is the source of some corruption in the area.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like,
yeah,
okay,
and-
somebody came here, fancied out, and they like caused some horrific thing to happen inside, and
Yeah, I mean it makes
they
sense.
left behind some clues and a trail, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
swear to God, TJ.
You also have no idea of whether they were investigating it or if they caused
Right.
it or you.
We don't know anything.
You guys
Like,
are
we don't know
jumping
it.
to
this is
conclusions.
day 2. We just found
Yeah.
this place, but
Yeah.
like all the clues I
Isn't that
had.
why you give us like false clues and shit like
Absolutely.
that?
I mean, I do my best not to give you red herrings, but here's the deal. I try to create my world in a way of what the real world would be like, which are sometimes not necessarily false clues, but things would make you think certain
We
ways.
find
because-
things that are not connected at sites that, even though they're there, you associate them with what's going on, even though they have no
Guys, 'cause
association
it's
whatsoever.
not a fucking Sir Arthur Conan Doyle novel.
It
It's
could
not
be-
like, here's the fucking clue, here's the fucking clue, here's the fucking clue. And the
Yeah.
fact
And
that I
here's the
mentioned
killer,
it in
yeah.
the book means that it is a clue. But I mentioned the red herrings too. It's not the way it is.
It could
I
be a
tell you what the
complete
world looks like,
coincidence.
and you have to figure out what you think is relevant.
yeah.
Could be a complete coincidence, but there's enough like
It's just a vibe.
similarities to what we went through in our first couple of sessions that like I don't know. Me
know
personally, I
these.
can't just
It's hard not
Well,
to.
There's so many
You know he has
ties.
a bunch of different
Yeah.
hideouts.
There's a
that is
reason,
the
you
thing.
know,
So
that we
you're
keep
Exactly.
making
But
plans
that would
within
suck
plans
because
within
then we'd be
plans. I'm just gonna
metagaming
point that
so
out.
hard.
Right.
Well, but you can't. Yeah.
But
That
we've
would
gotta
suck
not metagame,
so
right?
much because
Yeah.
we would be like the whole session
Yeah.
just be like, don't metagame.
Oh, I am so happy that
Yeah.
like TJ's
Guys,
not telling me every
if
few
that's
seconds about the
your
metagame
only-
anymore.
Yeah.
Problem?
If that's your only problem, you're doing really
Yeah.
like you've got it off easy. Because not only do I not have to, I have to partition my mind into 3 different parts for
Like
3
me with
different
the
campaigns constantly.
Yeah,
me
yeah.
with
I
the
know.
gift today.
Yeah. I mean, guys, it's like you guys just have to show up and have a good time.
Yeah, no.
Luckily, all the stats that I have memorized for monsters are all older edition stats, so
Right.
I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's not the stats so
It's
much;
also
it's more
great
like
to
the
be
lore.
Surprised. It's
Oh, it
fun to be
is.
surprised.
Yeah,
To
I
be
don't
like,
know anything
Oh,
about the
that was
lore.
cool. Like that's such a awesome thing.
I still remember the gas where you're like, Kevin, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Don't do it, Kevin.
Stop it.
Don't do it. Don't you dare destroy this thing that I've been planning for like literally 3 years. Don't you dare.
Yeah. That was
Um,
amazing. I
yep.
don't know. I just laughed the most in the last like month today though because of all the just shenanigans
Oh.
of it falling downhill.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there's
So Semdeck being just spun like skipped like a stone. Oh my god.
The one time I
that well,
wanted,
right.
the one time I want to roll low and I can't roll below like a 10 at all. Like
absurd.
I
was
set
sitting
up
here
a
and you're like-
high-pitched scream by you, and you still slept through it.
I
You're
was like-
choosing between him and me, and I'm like, I have a decently high
just-
constitution. This
Right.
is not a good idea.
I flipped
Well, you
for
woke
it
up.
because I was
Yeah.
like,
I rolled a
Alright,
4.
let's see.
So
Yeah, you yeah.
And
Kevin
it
also,
was-
you have a history of just like rolling just trash sometimes.
it's interesting. Just some like it's
yeah, it'll be like this is important. 2.
totally gonna learn about
Yeah.
the soul. 3 ones in a row.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's my gene.
Yeah, no, you're good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, you do take it like a champ though. You're just like that's what it is.
It's a
roll-
part of the story.
Yeah.
The dice help tell the story.
Dude, the
That's
dice
just
are the
way
best
Yeah.
storytellers.
That makes
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
makes it
Yeah.
more.
I
you know,
can't,
fun.
guys. I'll let you on a little secret. I cannot fudge dice rolls. I can't do it because there's no fucking point. There's
No.
really, really no point. Like the fact getting like the natural ones pop up exactly when they need to pop
Oh.
up, and the natural 20s pop up. You know what?
Yeah.
Most
The natural
of the time.
20s pop up when you're like, oh no. we're
There
gonna
are some
fucking die.
great ones with that too. Just like some of the stuff that you've done in our campaign, because you and I have that other campaign going on that's separate from all
Right.
3 of these. And some of the shit that you've pulled out of your ass on me, I'm all like,
You know,
you've
it's-
heard me. I go, God fucking damn you, TJ.
It's hard
All
to have
right,
a DM as a
so-
player. You know?
Yeah.
No, it's just TJ is very lucky. As an
I am
individual.
very
Like
lucky.
outside
I
athlete.
am very lucky. Noel has called me Ool before, the god of games and winter sports and everything. There's a whole thing about him like winning every game that he's part of.
Yeah.
Are you like Allie Beardsley and the like dice like?
Oh
They-
yeah,
yeah,
Dimension
they-
20.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I love
yeah.
them.
I
Oh
know,
gosh,
they're
Allie's
awesome.
great. I love them so much.
You are very much Taliesin some days, TJ, with
Yeah.
just how much you
The golden
chant.
snitch,
Yeah.
Granted, I did fucking vortex warp on top of that manticore. I was like, yep, I can do that. I was like, there it is. Although I do play a divination wizard, so I can just be like, no, that's not the number you rolled. You rolled it.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Amazing.
But
I think
that's
that's
how
for a reason.
that's actually how he kept him on the Manticore at one point, because he rolled a natural 1. And
Yeah,
TJ was all
weren't
like,
you saying? Now I was a 19.
Nope.
He was
You're
like
fine.
vortex warping the fighter on top of the manticore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
That's
a
amazing.
larger creature and therefore
Yeah.
it counts as a mountable thing
Sure.
in a surface.
Yeah.
You can vortex warp it onto a stable surface. At least that's the way I would rule it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
damn sure that's the rule.
Oh no! I read it real quick. I went, cool. This is what it is. And then
he's
but
just
I
gotta
still
be able to hold
I
on,
still
right?
adjusted to make sure
Yeah.
that it was not like, oh yeah, you're on the Manticore. You're perfectly fine now. Like every time you hit the Manticore, it's like, cool. Roll a strength saving throw to see if you can hold on. While
And
the
every time he
Manticore
failed, I was like, no, you didn't.
Actually, I got rid of TJ's divination rolls really quick there.
You did.
Burn
you did.
through 'em.
That burned
Yeah.
through 'em. That was the thing. I was like, fucking, let's do this. Though. That's the other thing about divination wizards. Divination wizards are like, it's pretty much allows you to be like a little mini DM in the camp because you're like, no.
Yeah.
Just
Which is
Right.
why sometimes as the DM, it's fun to set up things that like, okay, fine, you want to be a divination
So
wizard?
imagine-
cool, just run through it.
Imagine this: a halfling divination wizard
Ooh.
with lucky, with the feat bountiful luck and the feat lucky.
No.
Okay, so 3 luck points.
Okay.
Bountiful luck, the feature, halfling luck, and divination points.
At that point, I would just go, okay, and you win the campaign.
Yeah.
Bro, you choose your
Yeah, it's a
role.
lot of fun.
Congratulations, you won.
Obviously, you can
Right.
only use them
A certain amount of
times,
time,
but it's
but
still a lot of fun. It's pretty much it's a dice manipulator.
This is coming from the
Call
DM
it the
who
luck
hates
child.
DM who hates min maxing.
No, as a player, he loves
As a
min-maxing.
DM,
Slayer, I love
as a
that.
DM,
I can't help it. I'm very Brendan Lee Mulligan with
right.
that shit. I'm just like, I do
we
this, and
we
I
try to
fucking
like
destroy you.
we try to optimize characters, and TJ's like no, but he
Well-
tries to
well,
optimize
then,
his own character.
Here's the deal. I don't mind you. Like, I actually don't think any of you actually try
No,
to
we
optimize
don't.
your
I
character.
don't.
I've discussed
You
it with
really?
you
Yeah,
before.
You're bard. You try to.
Oh, yeah, I'm constantly doing that stuff. I'm not great at it,
Sure,
but yeah.
but like we also follow the story.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't do stuff that doesn't make sense in the story,
Right.
though. That's part of my
Yeah,
thing.
that's the thing. Like, I'll go optimize, but only if it makes sense. Role
Right,
play.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
like I have a whole like backstory that I came up with my head for if I ever would play a luck child.
Right.
That makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
So
That's still so obnoxious.
it's pretty obnoxious. Yeah. But then again, you forego 2 ASIs in order to get the bountiful luck feat and the lucky
Right,
feat.
so-
But it's still as long as you roll well for your stats, you're golden.
And if you're TJ,
Mm.
then you roll well. And it's all
Right.
you are the true luck child.
I don't know.
Actually,
You and Allie
I'm a
Beardsley.
I
great
will admit
Yeah.
this. I have seen TJ's luck fail him.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. There
rare.
are times when I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I know, and then you're really upset.
I do get upset. I'm just like, this isn't. I swear to God, this doesn't normally happen.
She's just like, who am I?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I've lost it.
The DM's like, it's okay. I'm just gonna go. It's fine. It's not normally like this. This doesn't really happen to me.
Yeah, I believe that's what he kept saying when he kept stabbing you with Pernua.
This
doesn't normally happen
This
to me.
doesn't normally
I'm just gonna stab you.
I mean, that's what he was saying, but deep
Those
down,
were
what he
real
was
Nat
actually
ones.
feeling.
Every
I
single
know.
time.
I'm sure they were, but I had to play. Yeah, I felt like playing into him.
Argus has had more friendly fire damage
Yeah, you
Then
really
he has any
have.
other damage?
in our
Campaign?
campaign than he has like actual enemy damage.
So,
I'm pretty sure.
in case you guys aren't as familiar with what it is, I'm sure you're familiar if you've been watching our camp sessions, but when I have our players roll a natural one, if it makes sense and it's within range of the attack and it would make sense like physically or lich wise, they do damage to one of their allies. Or like, put a tree on fire or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Like our worm battle,
You made
we
me
did like
put a tree on
47
fire
damage
for
to our
like
own
a
players.
6.
Well,
Yeah.
when
Well,
you were
that's because
possessed
that was
not
unavoidable.
great either. That was a lot of fucking friendly fire damage that you took when you were
But
possessed.
the best part about being
That
possessed is
doesn't
that they
count.
couldn't use my spells, or you guys would have been screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yep.
would have.
It would have been
A
bad.
possessed barbarian.
Well, I mean, I had
Fuck.
one spell land on you that day. It lasted all of like 2 seconds because you immediately saved against it as you came back around. You were all like, he was all like, Argus, you dropped to the ground laughing. 2 seconds later, it's your turn. You stand back up because it's not, you can't do much else because you're possessed. And he goes, roll your wisdom save.
Well,
Oh
you
yeah,
did-
you stop laughing and you're perfectly fine now.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
when you
wisdom
have a
save
cleric-
on a
yeah.
cleric.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
oh,
wisdom
yeah.
save on a cleric.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no.
What do you expect?
It's one of those things we were just talking about. He rolls shitty when it doesn't matter.
I mean, when it matters, I definitely still do.
Again, logs rolls today or
yeah.
Wild.
is like it couldn't roll for shit for anything except for the stupid shit. It was
Okay.
Well, and the one thing you really wanted, which was that fucking fetish. Which, by the way, fuck you.
I got some big upgrades
I've
today.
So
I've been waiting weeks to fucking go after that thing, like not trying to like not play into it.
yeah.
Finally, fucking do it. Fuck you.
With great power comes great
something
consequences.
happened off mic, like out of session.
Yes,
right?
yes. During the break between
Yeah.
between episodes, Cody and I had a little heart to heart about what ingesting
What that
and,
did.
and in absorbing the
Yeah.
eldritch fetish meant for him and his character, and some good things, some bad things. We'll find out. No spoilers.
We'll find
I want to
out.
I
see
mean,
you
the
hit
fact-
that shit in the
Unfortunately.
distance now.
Conjured a moon.
Right.
So the fact that you were saying, I'm just thinking about the moon, and y'all are like, there's just a moon there.
So
While
what
he's
do I
sleeping.
what do I first do? Let's go harvest the moon.
I want to grab it. It reminds me of that. What is it? The old movie?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. I'm like, well, I'll give you the moon. I'll
Of
give you
the
moon.
weird
If you could
shit that has
swallow it.
happened, like of the weird shit that has happened to our characters in the last 3 months, a miniature moon appearing
Is
in the
not
middle
the
of our
weirdest
camp.
thing.
That's not that weird.
It's literally Argus looking at Zendak being like, we're getting this, right? Like,
We're gonna collect this tiny
like-
moon.
Just like
There's obviously something we can do with that. Like,
Yeah.
It wouldn't be
Probably
there if
the
there
weirdest thing
wasn't.
that happened to me was getting eaten by an undead carrion crawler.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was a long.
Get over it.
Not a lot of weird.
I'm saying, since
Not a lot
then,
of weird
it's still
things
been
have
pretty
happened.
regular. That's
I
one
don't
of the
know.
weirdest
I would
things that's
say
happened
you
to
almost
me.
dying via a liver biopsy.
Yeah, that was
pretty
wild.
weird.
That was wild too. How do you feel about not having an eye now?
like
That's
minor
the-
surgery.
I wasn't
Yeah,
It
counting
make
on
you look
that.
pretty fucking metal. Though.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I definitely wasn't counting on that because that wasn't covered when
Well,
we
I'm
did
sitting
it.
there
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
one
I'm
on
sitting there
one.
going, we don't want to do anything until Kitten gets here for Argus. Fuck. All right. Melidonis, do you want to do a biopsy on me? Like, that was literally a stall for time thing.
Yeah, and it was.
And then
but
you
it
almost
worked.
died.
I mean, you
It
got
did.
some money out of it. The whole,
I
you'd
get
be
back
like
and like try to enhance ability her, and she still rolls like a one.
Trisheni over here being like, "That was really valuable sand." Oh well, here, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Here's some
fun.
money.
And by the way,
150
guys,
gold.
So much better than the
It
TSA.
was bullshit that it was actually
Sure.
valuable sand,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
put that straight into the party fund for us all to use later.
I'm
so-
totally gonna build you like a magical fake eyeball Like,
Yeah,
I don't care how long it takes
Like
me.
Mad Moody's
Yes.
eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I'm gonna
yes.
build
That'd
you
be sick.
something.
See, I was planning
Yes.
on coming, like, trying to
I
see if
still
I could
love-
get, like, an eye patch for you from, like, the wizard's chest and put an eyeball on it for you
Oh,
for the next time we
wow.
came out, like, next time we were here so you could wear it while you were playing.
I still love how you just like shoved your drugs up in there. It's so stupid.
Cameron posted it on the thing.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
I'm
he
like,
did?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Cameron's
my
all
God.
like,
I'm gonna do it.
Cameron's all like,
Thanks,
4
Cam.
TSA.
Mom could just so
You put that in earlier.
Perfect prison pocket. Just like
So I'm like, I have to use this.
Preferable
because-
to the other options.
exactly.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no.
Nobody's gonna be like, let me look at your eye.
Right, exactly.
Patch over. Nobody does that. It's like
wait,
so
no.
disrespectful.
I'm not gonna lie, Cam was like
Can you
giving us
imagine-
a few
you walk
ideas
in-
here
You,
tonight.
you walk to the airport and be like,
called interactive.
ma'am, could you
right?
please remove your eye patch so I can inspect your ocular cavity?
No. No. Fuck off.
No, fuck off.
This is the benefit of subscribing to our stuff.
I'm sure
and
they
sending
do it.
messages.
Look,
We end
I
up
need you
using
to learn
it.
the phrase. Do you have a warrant?
Those even exist here.
That's the thing. I don't think they need them. Like, but yeah, that's some real world stuff. But yeah, oh my god, the whole Zemdeck
The
just being
shenanigans
tossed.
we get.
I know.
And staying asleep, flying.
I was
through
like-
the
If
air.
anything's gonna wake him up, that's gotta be. That's gonna
I
wake him
thought
up.
I for real
He's
thought
like,
you
I'm
weren't
gonna
gonna.
pick him up, and I'm gonna toss him.
At disadvantaged, I rolled like a 14 and a natural 20.
Okay, were all of the crits in our game like you?
Staying asleep.
Not-
Nine,
not
not
the other way
three.
around.
Yes.
I rolled one nat 20.
I think
Oh,
I rolled
okay.
After like 3
over
of my
that
nat
whole
ones.
period of
Oh,
me staying
yeah,
asleep.
Every
I think I
single
rolled 220.
persuasion check that I had that was a 31 was a nat 20.
Oh,
today.
okay. I
So
thought
I'm
all
plus
because like I was
11
like,
on
did
my
we crit
persuasion
that much
checks.
this week?
Like I really did not want to wake up.
Yeah.
And then
For
I was
no
like, oh yeah,
reason. Just
Zemdak crit
Yeah.
a lot.
yeah.
I
real
really did. I
comfy.
kept trying to like say things before Zemdak said them, just so it was all like,
Somebody rolled for the heart too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we got a
think.
12, and then the next person rolled a 12 right after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was, yeah, like 12.
So, what's his name?
Grogrug.
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 I'm gonna know. He's my
Grogrug.
friend.
Yeah, he's
Grogrug.
yeah, so Grogrug was your dad's or your
Yeah.
dad's
oh,
friend
I'm
in
so
high school.
calling him.
Kinda
I'm
like,
so
you know,
calling him Grogu.
Well,
next
like
time,
or
just
whatever
for
the
fuck of it.
equivalent of high school would be, that kind of thing.
Mandalorian.
And it's just one of the friends that your dad had that your mother just kind of tolerated, but at the same time probably had a thing for your mom at some point. That whole thing.
That was
That
definitely
was
what
very
I heard
put
from
in-
what
He's
he
like
was
your de
telling.
facto uncle that's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, oh, that's awesome. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Sound like
You're-
That's your
Jabba.
Uncle Eddie, you know.
He's like,
Your
you're like,
fun
you
uncle.
need some bugs? Like, what do you need? He's like one of those guys. He's like, he's the funkle.
Oh no.
It was just like,
I'm about to knock him out too.
Oh,
just
man.
play into it. I mean, that's all off the cuff stuff.
Everybody
Like,
needs
it's
a
just,
Funkle, you know?
It's just.
I've got these casks of Gutbuster. What else am I gonna do with them but like
Light stuff
win
on
money
fire.
off of people that think they can drink?
And I'm like,
Oh, and I love that. Like he's like, oh, this won't be anything. I was like, oh, so you think you're? It's like, oh, this smells off. Oh, you're weaker than a human then? Just egg him on.
Oh.
I like the idea of like you elbowing me too. Like, stop it! Don't do this.
And orcs have that thing of that relentless endurance.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So if they like drop to 0, they can just like come back to 1 and be like,
Yeah.
nah, bitch, and like try one more time. So like this is gonna be tough.
gonna be interesting.
Granted, it's a con save, so it's a little different. But I mean he's
he's
a
an orc.
pretty hardy individual.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can hold his own.
I mean, how many saves did you have to make though? Like 4 or 5?
I don't know.
It
I
was
was
a mini
Sec-
cask that you were drinking though.
Every
It
6
wasn't-
seconds, I think.
It wasn't just
No,
a,
he had his own mug. Like they brought a mug out.
yeah,
to
it was
the
a
table.
big.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was like a boot,
and-
Das Boot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie because I was actually role playing drinking with actual alcohol at the time.
Don't remember.
We don't recommend.
But I
that.
think it was like 4 or 5 checks in a row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
you had to
like yeah, it was like I think it was like 5.
A
to,
check for
5
each
to
drink.
8 is what it was because yeah.
So
I was,
I'm like,
all I remember is I kept like every time I was rolling, I was drinking actually at the same time.
it's okay. I was in prison.
What better
man.
time for a human to win a drinking contest in a dwarven
I mean,
city?
I have to
I'm
keep
so-
Argus salty. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I do have to say, guys, I'm so glad you guys understand my references because I pull them out of fucking nowhere. Like the whole Casper the Friendly Ghost in the Coca-Cola commercial. Him like
Oh yeah, that's
trying
an
to get the Coke.
old fucking commercial
It's an
too.
old commercial.
That's from when the movie came out.
Yeah, what was it like 1996 or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Or something like that, and it was because it was when the movie came out, when Coca-Cola like did its
Yeah,
sponsorship.
and I
with
can't
it.
actually remember if it was Coca-Cola or Pepsi that they were doing it with.
And
but
it was this
one of
weird
the two,
sound,
yeah.
and the camera was like moving around trying to find out where the weird, creepy sound was in the mansion. And you just saw, eventually, you turned the corner, and it was in the kitchen, and it was Castor like had his hand in the fridge, just boom, 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 trying to pull
Yeah.
something out from the fridge.
I know,
And he was
95.
like, "Yep,
95.
Yeah.
95."
Yeah,
I
Wow.
was born.
Wow.
See, you were born.
No, I wasn't born.
Oh, okay. Still make me feel old.
Insane. All right, guys. That's all. That's all the time we have for our first episode of the Burnt Ends. Please check out the rest of the channel and check out all the videos. And thank you guys for sticking in there with us. Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, guys.